What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mage RTA by CoilArt. Alright guys, so I got this Mage RTA I've been dying to tell you about, and I've been rocking it on here for like 3 weeks now, and I've just been super busy, so I haven't been able to get to this review, but you saw my build video. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more information about this device here, and some of my personal thoughts on it. So before we get into this review, I do have to state my intent by saying that I did receive this product for free from the manufacturer for the purpose of doing this video review. However, it has no monetary value to me, which means my opinions on it will remain honest and unbiased. With that being said, I would like to give a huge shout out to the people over at CoilArt. They are the ones that hooked me up with this thing. I got in contact with them after VPX, and they sent me this thing over to review for you guys today. So instead of giving you guys these specs in this view here, we're actually going to dive down a little bit early, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of the vapor production that this thing can produce. So I'm going to blow a few clouds real quick, then we're going to dive down into the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we have our CoilArt Mage RTA still in its original box. Now we're going to take a look at the packaging and what's inside. So first of all, as you can see here, it's 24 millimeters in diameter and 3.5 mil juice capacity. There you go, right on the side of the box. A nice little logo on this side here. That they want you to check out all their social medias at official CoilArt. They're on Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Google+, Facebook, all that good stuff. And the Mage RTA logo, pretty plain and simple there. There you go, there's your contents. The standard configuration is a Mage RTA, replacement glass, accessories, and it comes with a little hex screwdriver as well, or a Allen wrench rather. Anyways, let's go ahead and take off the box. So the cover's real nice. It's got that little window on it. That's pretty cool. We have our Mage RTA. Let's just go ahead and put that aside for right now. You can see it comes with an extra piece of glass here and a little vape band as well. That's a nice touch. I like that. Everyone keeps breaking their glass, so they want you to protect it with their little vape band. Comes with a whole bunch of extra O-rings. Whole set of them there. There's actually a few different colors you can choose from. You can mix and match, all that good stuff. And it's got a few extra screws in there as well. Looks like a full set to me. I'm actually going to keep them in the bag because I don't want to lose them. Tucked away over here, you got your Allen key. There you go. Nice that they include that because you never know if you're going to have one or not. In the bottom, is this a sticker? Doesn't feel like a sticker. Maybe it's a sticker. No, it feels kind of like cardboard. Anyways, basic quick start guide. I mean, that is like the most basic thing you could ever imagine. I kind of wish they would have included something a little bit more detailed with this. Maybe something that folds out or something like that. But yeah, that's what you get. And in the bottom, there is nothing left, as you can see there. So here we have the Mage RTA in all its glory. Let's go ahead and take a look from top to bottom and just get a better look at this thing. So let's go ahead and start off with this top cap here. As you can see, it has this nice little sloped design, which is really nice, very comfortable. Feels really nice when you're vaping on it. And it also accepts a 510 drip tip. So honestly, for me, I use that in the car. I usually pop a 510 drip tip in there, and it's just a little bit easier to find and just a little bit easier for me to vape on personally. But you know what? Hey, I feel like a lot of you guys won't be using that feature, but maybe that's just me. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the bore on that. Real nice wide bore, pretty much the widest bore you can possibly get out of it, which matches with the tank really nicely. Flat rest of the top cap there, no big deal. Nothing much else to talk about there, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have a groove with an O-ring in it, and I just wanted to warn you guys that that O-ring can and will come out. So you have been warned. If you do decide to get a Mage RTA, just keep an eye on that O-ring, make sure it doesn't pop out of there. And you have your very generous fill holes, dual fill holes on either side, so you can just fill this thing in about 10 seconds because it is a 3.5 mil juice capacity, and it's very quick and easy to fill. You don't even have to really look at the thing. You could just very easily find the hole and just squeeze your juice right in there. No problem. This thing is very easy to fill. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the outside here. We have triple airflow, which is kind of unique in a way, I think. It's just kind of an odd airflow system, I guess, but honestly, it feels like it's very smooth. To me, it's very smooth, at least. The air slots are 9 millimeters by 1 millimeter. So there you go. And they are fully adjustable. And I do like the fact that you can shut them off and turn them all the way on and shut them all the way off. And it has a nice kind of click, satisfying little click to let you know that it's either on or off. Really nice feature there. On the bottom, you see the Mage RTA logo. I know it's very shiny, but I hope this comes out for you guys. And you can also see the gold-plated insulator. This is apparently gold-plated 510 contact. It looks a little bit dull to me, but you know what? That's what they're saying on the specs that are in front of me. But yeah, so gold-plated. It feels rock solid. This does not spring or anything like that, so it definitely feels solid to me. One thing I would have liked to have seen is the insulator come all the way down to the bottom of this, because I feel like that could pretty much easily snap if you, accidentally drop it or something like that. I just feel like it's a little bit more fragile without it being protected fully by the insulator. But the insulators on this thing are PEAK insulators, which are of the highest quality in this industry, in my personal opinion, at least. So yeah, the contact, 24 karat gold plated. You saw the air slots. Let's go ahead and crack this baby open, take a better look at the inside here. The threads on it, buttery smooth, no problems with the threads whatsoever. Yeah, this piece comes off and the glass stays separate from it, but honestly, I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue for anybody, because there's going to be very rare times when you actually have to take this thing apart with juice in the tank, and it's very easy to actually empty out the juice if you need to. If you need to change something about your coils or your wicking or anything like that while there's juice in the tank, you could easily just dump out that juice, no problem, back into your bottle, and you're going to have no issue there. But glass is very easy to change. It feels like a nice solid piece of glass. Doesn't really say what type of glass it is, but it definitely feels pretty high quality. You probably can hear that there. Rounded edges on the glass, so you're not going to cut yourself or anything like that. Maybe you can see the bore a bit better there. You can kind of see the bore. Nice wide bore. I like the bore on this thing. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is about that top piece there. Let's go ahead and take a better look at the deck. So as you can see on the outside of the deck part here, it says Mage on the airflow control ring, and there's your CoilArt logo. Again, I'm not sure if this is coming out because it's very shiny, but it has a really nice little CoilArt logo there, which you can see through the glass, makes it look real classy. Here we have 4 wicking holes on the outside of the chimney section. And a lot of you were telling me to wick this sort of like a sub-tank wicking, a sub-tank RBA deck, but honestly I feel like the wicking that I used, the wicking method that I used in my build video came out really well, so honestly I feel like I'm not going to change that. Sorry guys, but I'm just very set in my way. Call me stubborn if you will, but whatever. Anyways, those are 2.5 millimeter holes, and you got 4 of them. I'm not sure why they went with 2.5 instead of 3. I kind of would have liked to see 3 millimeter wicking holes, because that's what the Moonshot has, rather. I just feel like they might have been able to get a little bit better, slightly better wicking. Not that this thing has a problem wicking, but you might have got even better wicking with 3 millimeter holes. There you can see the registration marks at the bottom, the little holes that allow you to line this up with the air holes on here so that it locks it into place and you can screw it all together. This deck does not come out. I love that feature. I love that about this. It does free spin, but it is rather hard to spin it, so it's not going to spin around too much on you when you're building on it. And this thing is definitely a breeze to build on. So let's tell you about the deck real quick. These are 2 millimeter post holes, and you have 2 per post. It is velocity style. I use air quotes there because I feel like everything is velocity style nowadays. But there you go. You can see the post holes. Very, very intuitive to build on. Very easy. I love this thing. The deck size itself is actually 15.2 millimeters in diameter. So there you go. Maybe that gives a little bit better perspective. It's on the smaller side, but you know what? I still find that if you do a basic build or even a slightly advanced build, I think you're going to have no issues with that whatsoever. So here you can see the dual air holes on the deck there. Those are 4 millimeters in diameter, which are ample. I definitely like seating my coils directly above those air holes. Very smooth, and allows for a lot of airflow to go through this RTA. Also, they use PEAK insulators. Again, I know I mentioned that for the base, but they use PEAK insulators throughout this device, which are great. side tightened grub screws, which they include your little Allen key for. It's a pretty standard size. You're able to use this Allen key on a few other RDAs, RTAs, etc., etc. No big deal there. Nothing too new or special or really worth mentioning. I don't know why I was talking about that. So there we go. We have it all built back up. I'm just going to give it one last little quick spin, and to give you guys a little bit better look at it. Then we'll go back up to the main screen, have a vape on this thing, then we'll talk about some pros and some cons. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of this video. Now we're going to go over some of my personal thoughts on it, some pros, some cons, and whether or not I believe it's worth purchasing. So let's start off with the pros. My first pro is going to be the fact that this thing is a moonshot killer. The build deck is better, the airflow in my opinion is better, just everything about this thing just kind of takes the moonshot design and just improves on it a little bit in pretty much every category in my personal opinion. This thing right here, I love the deck because you can take the deck and put it on your ohm reader or your mod. You can tweak your coils while it's on there, and you don't have to worry about that deck just flopping around or anything like that. You don't have to tweak your coils with the chimney on it. Just makes my life a heck of a lot easier. My second pro is that it's a nice low profile design. As you saw in the close-up section, it's really a little tiny little thing, but I like that about it. I like the fact that it's basically like a dripper with a little bit of a juice capacity. That's a real nice feature in my opinion. And in fact, it's smaller than most drippers that I own, which is crazy. My third pro is that it's super easy to build. It's almost a pro and a con in a way because the build deck itself is really easy to build on, and it's definitely an improvement over the Moonshot. However, it is small and cramped, and you really can't fit even some of the slightly more advanced coils, I guess. I mean, I've got the 7-wrap fuse Clapton in here, of course dual coil from the build video that I did a few weeks ago, and it's still rocking and it's still holding up strong. But then again, I want to put some alien wire or some staples or some, you know, staggered fuse Claptons or something like that in here, and I really just don't see myself being able to fit it. So in a way, that's almost a pro and a con. I might even go over it a little bit in the con section. But anyways, my next pro is going to be the fact that the mouthpiece resists heat. It's a full like Delrin top cap here, which is great. You can put your mouth on it as much as you want, and it's gonna not scorch your lips whatsoever, which is again an improvement over the Moonshot. I know I'm talking about the Moonshot a lot, and it's not that the Moonshot is a bad design or anything like that, but I just feel like the Mage just kind of stepped it up and turned it up to 11, if you will. Anyways, you can also put a 510 drip tip in there. I know it's going to look ugly and it's going to look stupid, but you know what? Sometimes when you're driving and you don't feel like searching for the mouthpiece, you know, you can find that 510 drip tip a little bit easier. I've done it a few times, and honestly, I like it. I really do like it like that, so that's maybe just me. And my final pro, of course, is going to be the price. This thing is inexpensive. You're going to find it for around 35, 40 bucks anywhere you go, so just check out online for the best deal. I'll have a link in the description if you want to check it out there. But anyways, let's move on to some cons. So my first con is that the juice capacity is very minuscule. This thing only holds a couple mils of juice, and I really want a little bit more in there, but honestly, for a short drive or something like that, it's going to be enough. So not a huge complaint in that department, but I just wish it holds about maybe half a mil to a mil more, and then that would make me pretty much completely satisfied. This is more for a short drive kind of thing. This is definitely the kind of tank that you bring along with you just to the store or something like that. It'll get you to the store and back without having to fill it, but it is easy to fill. That's another pro, I guess, for you. But my next con is the tiny build deck. As I said in the pros portion of it, it kind of has a pro and a con all in one. The con part of it is that the build deck is so small and so cramped that you really can't fit any more intricate builds in it than, let's say, you know, a fuse Clapton or something like that. I mean, if you build it with a small enough gauge and stuff like that, yeah, you can kind of scale down your normal cloud chasing builds or whatever you want to do there. But honestly, simple builds are going to work best. I think anything up to about a fuse Clapton is going to work no problem in here. And the way I have it built now has actually been my preferred building method for this thing for the past few weeks, but it's definitely a smaller build deck, so just be aware of that. And my final con is that the positive connector seems a little bit weak. I wish they would have extended that insulator all the way down to the base of the 510 threading. It just seems like it could be easy to wiggle or wobble or potentially break. So it's not really a major con. It's just kind of something that I noticed about it and I just wasn't too happy with right off the bat. But overall, I mean, this thing has been great for me. It's been performing amazingly and I definitely plan on using it time and time again. So make sure you stay tuned because I'll probably be doing more build videos on it if you want to learn how to build on something like this here. All right, guys, so my next topic is whether or not I would purchase this device if I did not receive it for the purpose of doing this video, and my answer would be probably. I mean, honestly, I gotta tell you guys that I don't believe that this particular RTA fulfills any specific niche that's not already filled by something like, let's say, the Griffin tank. Obviously, the Griffin tank has a higher juice capacity, but with that comes the size and shape and all that stuff. I just really love the size of this thing. It fits super nice on this mod. It fits super nice on my Rouleau. Just everything about this just screams high quality and it's a very good price. So really, if I had a couple of bucks lying around, I would definitely pick this thing up. Now, the real question is whether or not I would purchase this over the Moonshot RTA, and I would say with 100% certainty, yes, I would absolutely pick up the Mage RTA by CoilArt over the Sigelei Moonshot. I gotta tell you, I love this thing way more than that. I hate the deck on the Moonshot. I never picked one up for that specific reason, and that's really why I like this device over that one. So I would say with 100% certainty that yes, I would definitely purchase this given those two options. And last but not least, I've got to tell you guys the rules for this giveaway. So I've got this CoilArt Mage RTA in its original packaging, as you guys can see here. That one lucky viewer will be winning. And all you have to do to enter is, of course, be subscribed to my channel. Second, be 21 years of age or older and be ready to prove it. And third, send me an email with your best vape meme. It's got to be a photo meme, anything you want, just send it along. You can make it yourself, you can copy it off the internet, I don't care. I just need a good laugh, especially in this trying time of FDA regulations and all this crap. I really just need a good laugh. So send me what you got. I will be picking the winner in a week. So a week after this video comes out, I will be announcing the winner on the video that comes out that day. And that's all you got to do to enter. So make sure you guys enter. Now, real quick, I'm just going to blow a few more clouds and then we'll sign out. Alright guys, that about does it for this video. Don't forget to leave me comments in the box below of what you think of the Mage RTA, whether or not you would purchase one for yourself. Just what are your thoughts on something of this kind of form factor for an RTA? Would love to talk to you guys down there about it. Just let me know what you think. Anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Of course, check out the advocacy links in the description below. I have them down there for you so you can fight for your right to vape. And check me out on all my different social medias. I have Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me on there. Like my page on Facebook. Check out my Snapchat. And if you want to give me a couple of bucks on my Patreon, that would be awesome as well. I will be adding more rewards up there very soon, so pay attention to that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And as always, vape on!